Hi, I've read my first book of 2022, so I've started the list of books that I'm reading for the year. So that's number one. And this one is from Netgalley, and it's a debut novel by Lizzie Pook, and it comes out on the 3rd of March. It's called Moonlight and the Pearler's Daughter, and it's a historical fiction. Now, I don't normally pick up historical fictions, but, I try anything. It's set in Western Australia, and we have Charles Brightwell and his children Eliza and Thomas. And the book is about the pearl industry in Western Australia at that time. And it's something I'd never heard of, but it's been very well researched by the author. And it talks of these master pearlers who have these fleets, and they have divers who go down, walk along the seabed and pick up the shells. I think it's mother of pearl that they're after rather than the actual pearls. But I could be wrong. So that's the vibe I got from the book. I never actually investigated it. And it's very sensitively told about the way that the divers that these master pearlers used, how they were almost traded, and the lives that they had, and the danger and the brutality that these pearl divers had. They even used to send pregnant women down because they believed that a pregnant woman had a larger lung capacity. But this is what I gathered from the book. We have very vivid descriptions of the sea, the wildlife, the insect life, the vegetation in the area. Beautifully told, very, very descriptive. You can almost see it. Anyway, back to the story. And you've got Charles Brightwell, Eliza and Thomas. Charles is a master pearler as well as being an amateur naturalist. He keeps these diaries of everything that he's discovered, everything that he's seen. On one of the voyages, he goes missing. And Eliza, she's late teens, early 20s, I think. I'm never really clear about her age. And she's left distraught because her father's gone. And her brother Thomas doesn't say a lot, and he disappears off to a different town, just leaving her on her own. And nobody seems prepared to look for her father, because they decide that one of his divers is guilty of his murder, and they arrest him. But Eliza believes that her father is still alive, and it's up to her on her own to search for him, because nobody else is bothered. Even her brother isn't bothered. And she meets hostility from other pearlers. And on this journey to try and find her father, she meets up with Alex, who's an adventurer who travels from place to place. And they go looking for other islands where her father might be, because she is convinced in her heart that he's still alive. She's a very feisty woman for this period of time. We're talking about late 1800s. She's determined to find her father. She's not a shrinking violet. She's not a frail woman. She knows her own mind, and she goes off to try and find her father. And almost because she believes her father's alive, to save his diver from the gallows, because her diver's been accused of murder. So she knows that if she can find her father, then she'll save his life. But I'm not going to tell you what happens, because that would spoil it, and then you wouldn't want to read the book yourself. But yes, for historical fiction, it was all right. It's not a 5-star because I didn't feel that engaged with the characters, but I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the trip around Western Australia, and so for a debut novel, well done. So that was my first book of 2022, and I will catch you another time. So happy reading. Bye.